Okay, amplitude modulations. So digital modulation techniques, absolutely for two conditions. Number one, to protect the first, the signal, in order to protect the signals while flowing from source to destination, to avoid any kind of disturbance, corrupting or distorted while flowing from transmitter to the receiver. Where the second advantage of digital modulation techniques is it will help you to transfer the messages through a high frequencies. Okay, right. The digital communication techniques will have a three types. Number one, what we call it as amplitude shift key, ASK. Second is phase shift key, PSK. Third is frequency shift key, FSK. So as simple, same as the same analogy of the our analog communication, where you find it two types of modulation. Number one, amplitude modulation. Second is exactly what? Frequency modulation fact. Okay. So amplitude shift key, phase shift key. Third is what? Frequency shift key. These are the three methods of digital modulation techniques are used in the signal, that is a binary sequence pulses, that is an information digital communication, are used in the before transmitting the message from transmitter to the receivers. So what exactly I told you about what is amplitude shift key? It is a one, say look back, this is unmodulated carrier wave, that is a carrier wave. We are going to send this information through this. How exactly we're going? With this amplitude modulation users, wherever the one, the amplitude of the carrier will be passed, wherever the zero, the carrier will not pass. I hope you got my. See, this is the one. This corresponding of the carrier wave will flow from the transmitter to the channel. Okay, exactly. Here, what will happen exactly? So since 1 1, say here is going where 0 0 3 zeros are there, nothing signal is flowing across here. Okay, exactly. I hope you got my point. Similar, that means the amplitude of the carrier wave. Okay, exactly. Amplitude of the carrier wave, exactly amplitude of the carrier wave is, okay, amplitude of the carrier wave will pass where there is a 1, where there is a 1, and it will not pass where there is a 0. So this is what amplitude of the binary signal, okay, amplitude of the binary signal as shifted through a carrier. That is why we call it as amplitude shift keys. This is the method. See, look back. Basically, we are sending this information with the help of this. So that means this information are protected in this manner through this kind of techniques. Okay, and hence we call this information has been protected in this carrier wave through this kind of this, and hence we call it as amplitude. Why is called amplitude? Amplitude of this will only passes as according to the amplitude of the binary signal, or it is called as amplitude. Why is called as a shift? Shift means is this is the real original signal of the carrier wave, but here we shifted, we cut off some of the part. That means we cut off, shifted some of the signals. We call it as amplitude shift K modulation technique. That means this signals, within this signals, okay, exactly, we can say the information of the signal available, the information of the binary will be in the what unmodulated carrier. That exactly is called as frequency spectral modulation. Power spectral density will give the energy of the signals, okay, exactly like this. Energy of the signals like this is given. So that means will be depends upon the amplitude of the signals. Binary signal will be shifted plus or minus omega c. Okay, so that means whatever the information of the our signal will be in a, it will be exactly in this manner. In the phase shift key, second kind of a modulation technique, that the phase shift key modulation here. This is the information here. Look back, very important. Absolutely, where amplitude shift K will be used only on or on and off methods, on and off keying methods. Probably you have seen that. We have seen the line code. What kind of the line code talks about how the signals will be transmitted. All this kind of the signal will be transmitted through channels. Okay, there are 5 methods. That one method is called on and off. Where there is a signal, where there is a 1, the signal will be on. Where there is a 0, signal off. Such we call it as on and off K. So that means amplitude shift K is used only in on off K. Very important. That is absolutely called as non-polar. Okay. So in the phase shift key, Generally, the phase shift will be the information. This is the information to be sent, which should be in the form of exactly polar based signal. What is polar and how is exactly polar is not exactly, it's a single based. Here look back where there is a 1 and the phase as the pulses of the 1 will be indicated this, 0 will be opposite nature of the phases of the this thing in opposite part, and we call it as a polar and unipolar. 1 is one direction, 0 is all in one direction, that is called polar based. Here, this is the information to be passed, and this is the signal, binary sequence pulses of this to be sent from the digital communication transmitter to digital communication receiver through a channel with the help of the what exactly a carrier wave is this. How we are going to send, where that means we are going to protect this information signal in the unmodulated carrier cos omega ct or sin omega analog signal. See, let us say where in this kind of a phase modulation technique, where there is a phase, where there is a 1, we call it as P of T. P of T is, this is the information. Cos omega Ct is the unmodulated. P of T, this P of T will be multiplied to the what? Cos omega T, and we'll get back to 1 pulse. And similarly, where there is a 1, this is a P of T, will be multiplied to the minus exactly, look back here. Clear, this minus here, where exactly here, the 0 pulses, look back here, 0 pulses minus cos omega ct pt cos omega ct plus 5. So where there is a 1, look back, let us say this is the signals, this is a carrier wave, where this is the 1 pulses, the pulses of the carrier wave is absolutely like this, right? Pulses of the carrier, the frequency of this pulses in 1 part. Look, as simple, when the pulses is exactly pulses, look back here, where there's a 1, the where there is exactly 1, where there is a 1, see frequency, exactly this frequency will be remain constant. As soon as the frequency changes, the phase of the signal is also get changed. That is why you see this abrupt changes in the phase of this, and we'll get back to like this. Similarly here 1, likewise what will happen when there is a changing transition from 0 to 1, say this from 0 to 1, there is a phase change. This is exactly we call it as phase shift. There is a change in the phase shift, we call it as phase shift key. That means in this information P of T, and this is the binary pulse, which will be protected in the cos omega ct by changing each information record in accordance with the what phases changes in of the unmodulated carrier. We call it as phase shift key modulation. And this information, this pulses within this, and that means this information within the modulation, amplitude modulation of this, okay, exactly amplitude modulation of this. So that means the magnitude of the signal, which absolutely, magnitude of the signal, which is absolutely within this signal, that is exactly they call as Paul spectral density. We see the Paul spectral density of this, what do you call it as, this is minus, and within this. In a similar third kind of modulation techniques, what we call the frequency shift modulation. In this frequency shift modulation, as I mentioned it, here as for this is the 1011100001, okay, the frequency of for 1 will get changes to, will be different of the frequency of this information, this binary sequence pulses will absolutely code in the what unmodulated carrier wave, okay, unmodulated carrier wave, the frequency of 1, the frequency of first signal, the frequency of the one kind signal will be different than the frequency of the transmitting this signal is also what, so different. So for example, the frequency of the transmitting carrier wave for a 1 bit, let us say omega c1, the frequency of the transmitting signal for 0, it will be exactly different, that is omega c2. Whatever here we used omega c1 and omega c1 and omega c1 for 1, omega c0 for this, look back this 2. So hence this is exactly, we change the frequency of the unmodulated carrier in order to code or in order to protect this information of the binary sequence pulses of this information, and hence we call it as what we call frequency shift key. So once you deal this, so since FSK has a 2 kind of frequency, omega c1 and omega c2, and the frequency spectrum or power spectrum of this within this kind of. Demodulation is the one, I mentioned it. Demodulation absolutely will be used to retrieve back the information from the unmodulated, from the received information at the receiver. Now let's go back. In this classes, we'll just talk about what is the phase shift keying techniques. Basically, what I told you, the phase shift is very simple. This is the information to be transformed. This information has to be polar based. If you use a phase shift, it has to be polar based. This polar phase will be in this binary sequence pulses like this. This information has to be coding the what? Unmodulated carrier wave. As we mentioned, the phase shift, the phases of the carrier, unmodulated carrier, will change for transition from 1 to 0. If you look back here, this is the one and changes. Now, how exactly we're going to use these techniques, especially, that means if you know the technique, according to the techniques, you are going to design the circuit. Simple. As simple, this is the analysis of the phase shift gates. Look back here. What is the binary information here? Two binary. The binary information consists of 1000, but it has a 2 bits. But let us, for now to study, what is the kind of the phase shift keying techniques using coherent deduction. So I mentioned it very clearly. Here, look back, coherent deduction. In the last class, I mentioned PSK is possible in a coherent deduction because all the information within the one kind of a signal that is there. This is the envelope, the one kind of a signal here, envelope of the signal, and you have to deduct the envelope in order to find whether 0 or 1. That is why we call it as coherent. If non-coherent, say, if you have 2 kinds of pulses has been sent, and each will be processed earlier, each will be processed differently, okay, without depending upon each other, and finding whether the received bit is 1 or 0. That is exactly we call it as non-coherent. In the coherent, taking the one signal, find the deduction of each point, whether it is a 1 or 0, we call it as coherent deduction. So the phase shift key is possible because only coherent deduction, because all the information we are going to set 10001, all the information within this signal, then and hence we call this, so that we need to analyze this envelope, the modulation signal, in order to deduct this binary pulse from which we are going to deduct 100001. So that means exactly for a simple analysis purpose, let us take only 1 and 0s. See, look back, in binary PSK, pair of a signal with a different phase shift are used to represent 1 and 0. I mentioned it as for this. Look back at this. So if let us say, in order to represent 1, okay, exactly, let us say with the signal which represent S of 1 of t, let us say this binary signal through which we are going to place this in this signal as S1 of 2 into square root of 2 EB TB into cos 2 by CT. This is signal to represent 1 in BPSK. BPSK means phase shift key. B means called as binary because the information you're going to cite. So in sometimes they may ask BPSK or BPSK are one and the same. So we should not worry much. Okay. So answer is same. So this is the one S1 of t integral of 2b TB cos 2 pi is the signal to represent 1 in a BPSK. S2 of t is equal to what? Integral 2b into TB into cos 2 pi CT plus. This signal is used for represent 0 in BPS. This is because 1 and 0, because let us say simple, in whatever the binary signal BPSK, this is in the BPSK, we are going to use the phases of the carrier wave, different phases while transiting from 1. So that is why we mention it, different phases here, cos 2 pi CT for 1, and other one is what? Opposite. For a transition for the Z, the phase of this opposite to the 180-degree shift or of this one, and hence we call it cos 2 pi CD. If you say there is a phase shift of the signal, phase shift has been changed, that means absolutely we are changing 1 and 0s, the signal to represent 0 in BPSK. So similarly here, S2 of t, so that means this is cos 2 pi B, cos pi is equal to what? Minus. Okay, exactly, cos pi. So that means cos 2 pi CT plus as for the cos 2 pi of anything, will always cos pi 2 pi C's. So minus of 2b into dB is equal to 2, where TB is equal to what? Bit duration, and EB is equal to transmitted signal energy per bit. Okay, transmitted, that EB is equal to energy of the, energy is equal to what? Signal. Energy is ultimately indicate the magnitude of the signal. Magnitude is equal to what? Amplitude. Where is the amplitude? Amplitude contain what? The information 10001. That is why we have EB. This is give the magnitude, and this gives the phase of the signal which is transferring. This is the one S1 of 2, S2 of 2 represent the binary binary information modulated carrier wave with changing the frequency, changing transition from that. So TB is equal to bit duration. Bit duration talks about how the time taken by transmitting the one from one point to other point. Okay. So similarly, in this case, look back here. Okay. So this is these two, there are two pair S1 and of S2, we call it as antipodal signal since they differ in the phase difference only. The equation 1 and 2, that is last equation, we have changed. The energy is equal to one important. Energy of the signal is magnitude, and remaining part important is what exactly? Phase, because absolutely the phase is the most important in the FSK to see, to deduct one or zero, the coherent deduction at the receiver. I have changed exactly here is energy is one part and remaining is exactly another part. See, S of 1, 2 is equal to square root of EB, where S2 of 3 is equal to what? Minus square root into the phase terms. This is indicate for signal magnitude. That means why it is minus come? Because the phases of the 0 which represent this signal 2 has to be opposite of the wall. S of 1 which represent the what? 1 in FSK. So likewise, this is very clear. Energy, as you know, energy of the signal is equal to what? Energy of the signal into basis function pi of 2. So energy of any signal, especially when a geometric representation, as we told, we are going to use the AWG channel. Exactly in AWG channel, we are going to use the signal has been represented, the energy of the signal basis function, that is pi of t. So when you compare this and this equation 3 and 4 of this basic definition, we are going to get the basis function of the FPF pi 1 phi 1 of 2 is equal to integral square root of e2 by into cos f of c. Pi of 1 2 is equal to what? Integral square root of 2t by into cos 2 pi st. This is the base function of s1 of 2 and s2 of 2. Okay, so the base function of the PSK signals which coded the information, that is a binary coded, that is 100 in a phase form, whose basis function is given by energy of the signal is given by, because the magnitude of the PSK signal is quite important at the receiver in order to deduct one or zeros. Okay, so this S1 of 2 into what? Integration of EB into phi 1t, S2 of t is equal to minus integration square root of EB into phi t, 0 less than or equal to t, and this is the one equation. We find, see, look back, these are the two equation now. This is two equation. So in order to find the energy of the signal at the receiver, okay, the receiver will use the mapping of the signal in the Euclidean spaces. Look back, as for the PSK2 signals, okay, exactly, S1 and S2 have, okay, 0 less than dB. This is equation number 7 and 8 will be represented in the Euclidean spaces like this. We have, look back, we have two messages here. See, look back, we are considered S1 and S2. S1 is one message which represents the what? A1, S2 of t is equal to one message which represented they represent the zeros, which I absolutely mentioned here. The message point is 1 is equal to integral point of B, which is represent the S1 of t, which represents the one of the signal to be transmitted from the digital transmitters. Okay, in the similar manner, S2 represents the signal with phase of the anti-phase with a phase difference, or anti-phase with respect to S1, which represents the what? 0, which has to be minus EB, this message number 0.2. So look by region 2 and region 1, and the signal has been given as per the phase as this. So look back, next is absolutely as per the geometric representation. Okay, any signal, absolute any signal as per geometric signal, before transmitting from the transmitter, that information, let us say S1 of 2, will be multiplied by the basis function, which will be generated by the transmitter, depending upon the what kind of the function to be, what kind of a function. It is all depends on the design nature. It's total out of what at the stage. What we can say that presumably can say the signal before transmitting will multiply into the base function, which will help to the receiver to generate or to detect the signals, what signal which has received. So that means as for geometrical representation, S1 before the signal sending in the transmitter will be multiplied the basis function, which is given by 0 to 2, S1 of 2, pi of 2 into dt. Absolutely, when okay, exactly, this is, okay, exact. This is equation number 9. So when you compare, okay, exactly, when you compare the first equation, when you compare this equations here, okay, the respective coordinate of this equation of the previous one, because the previous equation absolutely concerned with this. So I can certainly say the plus phi function is a common factor. So we can say S11 is equal to what? Yes, this will look back. This is the message one, the phi one. Okay, this is the message one, phi one. This is the message two and phi two. That means each signal will be coded with the what? Energy magnitude with a phase signal. Each signal which have a positive magnitude, the receiver will deduct, yes, it is one. Each message, if it has one, we will minus it, deduct exactly zero information. Simple. These points are located at a single space which has shown this. This is what exactly how we are going to mention the signal in the PSK. Okay, how we are going to mention the signal, how that PSK signal will be detected at the receiver. What will happen? The receiver will be the receiver identify the energy and phase as per this equation, and for the magnitude of the envelope and phase of the signal. If the phase is positive, then it assumes that whatever the information received is 1. If the phase is 1 and along with energy deduct, phase is the minus, sorry, phase is antiphase of that of the antiphases of the 1, it assumes that it has received zeros. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so now how things will be generation. So this is what we call it as BPSK generator, BPSK transmitter. It's simple, as I told you, as we mentioned in the two equation, in the last equation we mentioned it. This is exactly called polar. So that means whatever the signal, that is 001, this should be a polar signal. I mentioned in PSK, it should be polar signal only, polar PSK signal. What 001? This in this kind of what we call the first block, polar end level Z detector. This block, this is how exactly generate what we have proposed the equation, the last section, that is S1 of 2 is equal to S11 is equal to plus square root of VB, S21 is equal to what? Minus of square root of B. So that means when you say the first, this is the information, and this has to be what exactly? This is a non-risk coder, and this has to be multiplied with the phi function, and the binary information will come. Look back here, simple the binary data, let us say this is the information to be transmitted. It absolutely consists of 11000011, and this will be converted into polar of the binary signal, which is most important. And as we mentioned before, transmitting the signal along with the carrier, we need to multiply the basis function. It is also most important, through which the receiver will deduct. So with the product multiplier, we multiply the base phi of 2, and we'll get back S of t is equal to what? Energy of the signal into the base function. Energy of the signal will be given by the amplitude of this, and base and the basis function of this, and originally that is the binary PSK signals is here, and we'll get back to this. See, this is what exactly this is consists of polar and NRZ level, product model level. Now let's go back, what we call it as BSK coherent deductions. See, yes, exactly the BSK receiver must make a decision. Okay, exactly. In this BSK reduction, that the BSK receiver must deduct that whatever the information which you are coded from here, be a binary Pascal, which is absolutely transmitted to the receiver, it needs to deduct. Okay, whether one or is a binary pulse success is how it exactly I mentioned it, as already in the previous, just we discussed it. It first encode the envelope, deduct the envelope, okay, that is the magnitude, and deduct the what? Energy as per the last equation number 11 and 12. I told you about that. This is this equation, S11 is equal to integral of S1 of j and pi of j, exactly S1 of j and pi of j. So it deduct them, then deduct the phases. If it is positive deduction, positive phase along with the magnitude will indicate that whatever the transmitted received message is equal to 1. If it is magnetic, if it is the phase is negative of that of the 1, then it along with the magnitude it indicates that it receives zeros. So this is what how these principles go in BSP coherent deduction. Please mind it. Why we call it as a coherent deduction? In one signal, we are going to deduct 1 or zeros. Okay, exactly. We are going to deduct 1 or zeros. 1 is exactly 1 or 0 through with the help of the envelope of the base code, envelope of the what we call information along with that exactly the base. Okay, so this is what exactly this is BSP coherent deduction principle. So now how this BSP coherent deduction takes place, look back here. So this is the receiver of the BF, that is the receiver of the BSK is based on this deduction, coherent deduction. I told you what is coherent, very clear. In a one signal, we are going to deduct both either 1 or 0 at a time, not by separately. That is what exactly we call it as coherent. In non-coherent, we are going to deduct 1 and 0 simultaneously from the different two lines by checking the phases of the each signals. That is why in the coherent deduction, one signal come, we deduct the amplitude and also we deduct the phase of the signal, and that receiver will make a decision whether it receives 1 or 0, 1 for if the positive space and negative for what exactly the 0 space. If the negative space is there, it indicates that it has received 0. If it is 1 is the positive space there, it is 1. How exactly it's going to cooperate? This is a simple PSK generator. Here exactly look back. This is a correlator. This is the information signals comes. Okay. This information will multiply it with exactly the basis function again, because this is the received signal. Let us say x1, some information output. This x capital, what we call as observation element, what we have mentioned it in even geometrical representation. This will be multiplied with the basis function, because basis function is quite important, especially in order to deduct that. I mentioned it very clearly before the transmission of the signal. Okay, exactly. So with this, okay, exactly, this is what this is the received. This is the x of the received signal. This is the basic function. It will be multiplied it, and it will be integrated over exactly what one time period, that is 0 to TB. Okay, that means we at this stages, whatever the received signal will be, that is exactly the function of the correlator, and for correlation next will be multiplied over multiple basis function, and it will take you over an average for a time period of one a time period of 1. We mention it what 1. That means a time period of 0 to TB, and at this stage we generate this some kind of from the observer element to the one other type of output. From this output, this BSP transfer decision will make whether 1 or 0s. Whatever the output generated from this correlator will go to the decision devices. The decision devices will check whether it is 1 or 0 depending on threshold energy. So this threshold energy, this is the maximum energy of the device. If it is 1 comes, okay, this is the 1. This is the output is 0. That means in general I can say decision devices will compare the what exactly? Will compare the output of the what I call correlated with respect. So if it is with the x1, this is exactly x1, which is got by x1 is equal to what? It is input received by the receiver. This is multiply the space function, and it taken over the time period of this is equation over a time period with CB, and it will be converted to one kind of received into other received into other form, and it takes the decision with respect whether the decision of this will be one with respect to comparing the threshold voltage of the device exactly here. Okay, exactly. So if this is greater than this 0, then it assumes that choose a 1. That means it assumes that x1 is equal to 1. If this is less than the threshold, the maximum voltage of the device, absolute decision device, it will exist less than zeros. Okay, exactly here. So block diagram for coherent binary deduction, which is explained here, and the condition for this. So we have completed today the how the BSK signal will be specified it, that is plus of EB into phi of 1 of t minus of EB into phi of 2. Okay, how the signal will be generated? BPS transmitter, very simple, 2 blocks, and here one is or NRZ, and second one is exactly that. And here when you come back to here, BPS the second one is here exactly you mentioned is second one is product modulator. When you come back to the receiver, it consists of two things. One is a correlator, the second is threshold voltage. So the correlator and decision devices, and with this condition will be done is. Now in then what is exactly in this? Okay, therefore absolutely at this point the BSP deduction is called as a coherent deduction, since the receiver input is checked with the condition. As of now, the receiver output input is 1 and 0. By calculating the energy of the signal in the receiver with the help of the geometrical representation, that is a signal space. From the following now onwards, let's take in the next class absolutely with respect to what we have to, what is the likely to be, what is the condition required for the next classes, and all with the signal space, how we are going to represent. We'll do it in the next class, because one is left with 2 or 3. So next class will be integrated in according to in the group. Okay, thank you. Bye.